This past week has been interesting to say the least. On the mainstream side, you have things like Dream's allegations and his little beef with the voice actor of Gumball Watterson of all things. And on the more niche, autistic internet side, for people like me who are just obsessed with autistic but unpopular people, the Lolcow podcast has started with Boogie2988, Wings of Redemption, and Tommy C. I've been having a lot of fun watching it, but I doubt it's gonna be worth any content on my part, so yeah.
I need you to get on your fucking hands and knees, have your girlfriend fucking film you and say, I'm sorry, Keemstar, I'm sorry, Jordy, I'm sorry, fucking Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, Muta, fucking Tom, everybody that's even fucking cared about the Lolcow podcast. I'm such a selfish attention fucking retard that I want attention. I want to be in conversation so bad that I gave the entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1 to fucking Review Tech USA, because I'm so thirsty to just talk to someone. I'm that big of a fucking loser. Make that video, you piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Tommy.
I probably could dig in a bit more to those Dream allegations, but from what I'm seeing, it's just been a string of like really severe claims, but with little to back up their, legitimacies, and people keep piling on and on with more worthless shit that turns out to be fake or unverifiable, so I just don't feel like looking into such autistic things because it's way too much of a mess for me to even care about. So instead, let's talk about, something extremely petty, Pokimane's cookies.
What am I? What am I? Yeah!
Pokimane, as you know, is one of the biggest female Twitch streamers of all time. Like, she's extremely popular, way more clout than I'll ever have, and she's been involved in a lot of drama. With every situation she's been involved in so far, I've been against her. But this past week, she's been getting a ton of shit for a new product she's selling, which is cookies. Now, this whole situation goes into incredibly autistic detail, where they're like analyzing her recipes, claiming that she's plagiarizing other people's cookies to make her cookies.
Nutritional facts, these are the exact same cookies. The only difference is 3 micrograms of vitamin D. Now this is where I get a little bit upset. I'm gonna be honest with you. 3 micrograms of vitamin D, and then using 3 micrograms to say you have vitamin D in your branding. So 3 micrograms of vitamin D is not a lot of vitamin D. So that's 120 IUs of vitamin D. The average adult needs about 600 IUs of vitamin D a day to maintain most of the population balance. This is dietary allowance. This is not going out in the sun. Vitamin D. A human being needs more vitamin D. Basis of information that has led to.
I get it!
And, that plagiarism is pretty shit, but a small bit of digging would suggest that she's pretty, transparent about the fact that she used someone's recipe but changed it up just a teensy bit so that it's not completely copying. And I'm no chef. I don't really care about food particularly, so, I don't really care if she copied someone's recipe. I know that's a pretty ignorant thing to say, but I can't bring myself to care. Honestly, the whole copying someone's recipe thing was used against her, but I think what really pissed people off was the overpriced nature of the cookies. I think it's $28 for 4 bags, and I'm not really sure what the pricing scheme are for cookies in the US. I don't really eat cookies in my country either, but apparently that's extremely overpriced. And she did not exactly respond in the best way possible, so it just pissed even more people off.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway.
Now, let me just preface this. I don't like Pokimane. As I've said, I've been against her in almost every drama she's been in, so I have no reason to really defend her in any situation. I don't feel like sticking my neck out for her in any way. But if I'm to be completely transparent and honest here, I think this is an extremely petty drama, like really, really, really fucking petty. Like, Pokimane is not a good person. She's done plenty of shitty things in the past, and there's still plenty of things that you can shit on her for and criticize her for. So the idea that people are putting so much stock into shitting on her for selling overpriced cookies is incredibly silly to me. Like, let's be real, she's not the first YouTuber to sell overpriced products. Like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of YouTubers in the past who have sold like overpriced t-shirts and shit. So the idea of her selling overpriced cookies is like, what's the big deal? Go to any big Minecraft creator in the past and try and check out their products. I'm pretty sure they were overpriced too. Like, guys, she's not creating these things for like the general public. These are clearly things you buy if you are exclusively a fan for her. She's catering to people who will buy her products of her for her. It's not about really selling good quality, it's more of just buying something because it's attached to a creator you like. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. I know that statement is probably gonna piss people off, but that really is just the extent of it. She's selling overpriced merchandise. It's just that it's a cookie this time. Now, morally speaking, I'm not gonna say that that's a good thing. Like, you could definitely make an argument that it's predatorial to people who have watched you for a long time. It's predatorial to her fans. You could make that argument. I personally don't think it is, but you could probably make some sort of moral argument for that. So yeah, more power to you. But honestly, at the end of the day, that's the extent of it. Like, selling overpriced products is not a crime. I'm sorry to say it's not. Now, if you wanted to just make fun of her for her response, then yeah, I can't really fault you for that, because what she said in response to said criticism is honestly an incredibly stupid thing to do. Like, she clearly knows she's overpricing these cookies, but instead of trying to keep up the charade of the nice girl that she always tries to portray herself as, she decides to go mask off and she really just threw PR out the window entirely and just called her audience like poor. Objectively, that's a shitty thing to say and a very snobby attitude, but I'll say this. I'm a big fan of Sam Hyde. I think he's really funny, and what she said in regards to the overpricedness is definitely something Sam would say as like a joke. Like, be honest with yourself, Sam would definitely do a bit where he calls his audience poor. Like, you broke boy shit, he would definitely fucking do that. And if he ever did that, I would find it funny. I would laugh about it. So by that logic, if it came out of his mouth, it would have been funny. So I'm not gonna suddenly be mad that it's coming out of Pokimane's mouth. I'm sorry. Like, I can't pretend to act like I care. I find it incredibly cringe how overblown this situation has become, on both sides, by the way. I hate people who are like, oh, people are only mad at Pokimane because she's a woman and incels will hate her no matter what she does. Like, that's an incredibly gay thing to say. She's not above criticism, and I think it's okay to lightly criticize her about this. Like, at the end of the day, it is an overpriced cookie, and I think if people have a problem with that, they have a right to voice it out. But at the same time, I also hate people who are going, this is the worst thing she has ever done. She is scamming her audience. This is an internalized problem with YouTubers. You platformed a horrible person. Like, dude, it's not that deep. It's a fucking cookie. Calm the hell down. Can we all just agree the cookies are overpriced and just agree that her response was kind of cringe? Probably wouldn't do that and then just move on. What does this have to be like a systemic problem thing, or why does this have to be a gender war? Why can't it just be a Pokimane is really stupid and cringe kind of thing, and it doesn't go any deeper than that? Why does it have to be such a big deal? But anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to say regarding this. So yeah, bye.